Good morning, palm trees, or if it's the evening, good evening. Today we would be reviewing what we have been doing for this term. Mainly we will be reviewing symbiosis. Now we have started symbiosis for the last 2 weeks. The videos on the Everglades and the videos on the coastal ecosystems, all these things are just to show you interactions between organisms. Now we actually have a word for them, and now you actually have an idea. You actually have an idea on what these organisms actually do when they interact with each other. Okay, so just let me pause here. So to take a look at the interactions between organisms, we have to go to the textbook. Now, if you guys can see, we have reached page 30. And these are the special relationship among organisms. You guys watch so much documentaries that you actually know now, right? What these relationships are. The first one, right, that is not here is the predator-prey relationship. Of course, the predator will be hunting on the prey, right? And the prey will be running from the predator. Now, we're looking at another interactions, right? There are three. The three there are mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. Okay, so let's look at what is symbiosis first. If we look at this line over here, right, this is the notes you'll be taking. The relationship between different organisms that depend on each other in some way is called symbiosis. There are three types of symbiosis: commensalism, mutualism, and parasitism. Now, each of these interactions are really easy. They are really easy to remember. Okay? Now, let's start with the beneficial ones. Okay? So in the beneficial ones, beneficial means that in some way, the interactions between the organisms, right? One will benefit or two will benefit. Let's start with the easy one first, mutualism. So mutualism, as we see here, both organisms will benefit from the interaction. We have seen many in the videos. Okay, one is with the clownfish, as we see here, and the anemone. The anemone protects the clownfish, and the clownfish eats whatever barnacles or whatever that is feeding on the anemone, and also it will even lure fishes into the anemone for the anemone to consume it. As I said, it's like feeding your house. Okay? In this relationship called mutualism, both benefit, both is happy. So you have a plus and a plus. Both will benefit from the relationship. Okay? The examples are, as we see here, the termite. What does he do? The termite eats the wood, right? And you know, like it have termite around the house. Well, in the termite gut, there's actually a protozoa or a protozoa in their gut. That's like a microscopic organism. And what the microscopic organism will do, when the termite eat whatever wood, the protozoa will begin digesting the cellulose in the termite stomach, and the termite will then get nutrients from when the protozoa digest it. It's really amazing. Okay. Um, we move to another interaction called commensalism. Now, commensalism, right? One organism benefit and the other does not benefit, right? But it doesn't get hurt, like it doesn't mind. Okay, so we look at many commensalism. You saw the video with the shark. It had a shark, and the shark had a remora fish attached to it, right? What the remora do, the remora attaches itself onto the shark, so the shark will swim around, and when the shark is eaten, the remora will disattach itself, eat whatever scraps it have, and attach itself to the shark again. The same thing with barnacles and whales. If you look at whales, I showed you the picture already, you would see little barnacles on the whale, like little rock things. These things, they are just hitching a free ride and going through the ocean and collecting any nutrient it could from the water. Okay? Um, the whale isn't hurt. The whale isn't hurt or isn't bothered by this interaction. And the last one is the cuttle and the egrets. Normally, if you see a cuttle, you will see egrets on the floor walking next to the cuttle. This is because the egret is waiting. It is waiting for when the cattle to hit the grass, insects will jump up and the egret will be right there eating whatever that comes out of the grass. Okay? That is commensalism. So far we do mutualism where both of them benefit, commensalism where one of them benefit and the other isn't hurt. So this is a happy neutral. And the last one is the detrimental one, right? Is parasitism. Parasitism is one species benefit and the other species gets hurt, like the tapeworm in our body, like ticks and dogs, ticks feeding on dogs, all these things. We know about parasites, right? All parasites, they go into your body, they take what they want and they hurt you. Okay, they don't care about your well-being. So in parasitism, one benefit and the other gets hurt. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these questions and then we will have to do a quizzes assignment for this week. Okay, now if you guys want to catch up, there are also videos left in files about all these interactions. But today, if you like taking the information today, this is all you need to pass the test. So what would you call the following symbiotic relationships? Give a reason for each answer. The oxpecker bird feeds on ticks and other parasites on animals such as cows and buffaloes. So if you look at A, this relationship that you see in the oxpecker bird, we have come across it in other videos. What it does, it just feeds the ticks on the cows and the buffaloes. The oxpecker is getting food and the cow is getting rid of its parasites. That is a plus plus, right? So that will be mutualism. Honeybees feed on nectar from flowers. Well, we know when honeybee feeds on nectar, they get nectar and the flowers get pollinated. So that's a plus plus, that is also mutualism. An adult wasp lays eggs inside the body of a caterpillar. When the larvae hatch, they eat the caterpillar from inside. Well, we know that is parasitism. Okay? And sea anemones sometimes grow on the shells of hermit crabs. Now, the hermit crab doesn't mind that the sea anemone is growing there. So that is commensalism. The sea anemone, right, benefits because he gets a place to live and move, and the crab doesn't benefit, but he doesn't mind. Pilot fish swim along in front of sharks and pick up scraps of food left over when the shark feeds. I was telling you about this. This is commensalism because one organism benefit, which is a pilot fish, and one organism doesn't benefit, but it doesn't get hurt. That is a shark. Okay? And the last one is athlete's foot is a fungus that grow in the damp skin between our toes. The fungus is actually eating our skin. So the fungus is like a parasite. So that is parasitism. All right, class? So take this in mind when you attempt the exam now. It's 30 questions. They are really easy. You have to know what is predator-prey relationship together with what is mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. We all know that symbiosis is the interaction between these organisms, as we can see here, right? The relationship between different organisms that depend on each other in some way, right? Once they are interacting and depending on each other, this is called symbiosis. So, good luck in the exam, right? You could attempt it till the end of the week, and this is going for your midterm. All right, class, go ahead and attempt the exam. I'll see you guys next class later.